What's up guys, welcome to my channel Fishing with Badger, and today I'm going to be installing a custom marine mat on my Hobie PA-14. And I've had this kayak for about a year now, and one of the reasons why I wanted to put this marine mat on there is just to spruce it up a little bit. You know, I also wanted to put my Fishing with Badger logo on there. Another reason would be for noise dampening. I musky fish a lot back in shallow coves, and nothing worse than if you drop something or if you bump your rod, you know, onto the bottom of the decking. It just echoes underwater, and a lot of times that would scare the fish away. So I think this upgrade is going to be great. I'm a little nervous about the colors that I picked. It was really hard to find any reference to red kayaks on the internet with marine matting. There's very few on there, so hopefully the colors I pick will look great, and I hope you guys stick around and see how it comes out. So guys, these are the instructions that will come with your marine mat. It goes over the tools that will be needed for the installation, as well as the step-by-step instructions. If you want to order a custom marine mat for your kayak, you're going to want to come to marinemat.net, and you're going to want to go to Shop by Paddle Sports, and it'll bring up all the kayaks that they offer kits for. In my case, I clicked on Hobie, and I'll show you the kit that I went ahead and got. I got this Hobie Pro Angler 14 360 Complete Elite 6mm kit. And one thing I found out, if you go with 6mm, basically that gives you two colors. So if you do a custom logo or a cutout, you'll have a top color and a bottom color for your logo. So it helps to visualize it a little bit once you start picking colors. And you're basically going to come to this page, and on this page you can choose your texture. They have knurled and they have brushed, and brushed would kind of be like a straight brushed line, whereas knurled is kind of dimpled. So as you can see here, this tool will allow you to pick your top colors and your bottom colors, and it'll give you a visual down here of what it will look like. You know, you can change it out. There's a lot of different options. They have camouflage, and you can trim it with whatever color you want. So once you figure out the type of marine mat you want, if you want a custom logo made, you're going to want to copy and paste this description here, and you're going to want to email it to info@marinemat.net. And at that time, if you want a custom logo put in, then you're going to want to email them a picture of your custom logo. And what they'll do is they'll send you a link to buy this kit. And once you pay for it, they'll send you a proof back of a picture of your logo on the marine matting. And then, you know, you're allowed so many revisions, but if you want to go ahead and go with it, then you have to pay an additional amount of money to have your logo put into it. But it's a great option. So basically this is the proof that Marine Mat will send you back, and it shows you all the pieces of the matting on the kayak, and it also shows you how your custom logo will look. And then you have to initial all these squares here, basically stating all the options that you want on your matting. And once everything looks good on this proof, basically you'll just initial and sign off and email it back to them, and basically it'll start the process of the order. I think it took me about 2 to 3 weeks to get my matting back, so the lead time's not too bad. So this is a page that they send you back with your proof, and it goes over basically the different type of edges that you can get on the marine matting. It'll go over the different type of logos, and it'll also go over, brushed and knurled style matting. So brushed is, like we said, in a straight line. Knurled is more of a dimple style pattern. And if you have a boat and not necessarily a kayak, you could go with this 9mm style, and then you can go with these cool multicolored logos. So guys, these are the things that we're going to need to install this marine mat. We have a heat gun over here, and what that heat gun's for is if we have trouble getting the marine mat up with this 2.5-inch scraper, then we'll heat it up with the heat gun and it should peel right off after that. And then underneath the 4 mats that Hobie installed, there will be duct tape, and there's also going to be duct tape residue once we get the duct tape up. And this zip system flashing tape, you can put that right underneath the marine mat, and it actually repels water, so it'll be a little bit better than the duct tape, because a lot of times you'll get water laying under there, and that should be a good waterproof barrier. And I'll show you that step when we get to it. And then basically the scissors are for cutting the zip flashing tape. We have a 2.5-inch roller, and that roller is going to be used to roll the edges of the marine mat once we place it in place, and also to get any bumps or bubbles out of there. And obviously the isopropyl alcohol here, and the rags, that'll be used to clean the inside of the kayak once we get the 4 mats up, to get the duct tape residue and any other dirt out of there, so we have a good base for the marine mat. So guys, we're going to get started on this install. I just cleaned the inside of this kayak and let it dry in the sun for a little while. So the next step is we're going to take these original mats off here. There's actually 4 of them. We're going to take those off. When we're done with that, we're going to clean the inside of the kayak with isopropyl alcohol, and that is a mouthful. So guys, we're going to start by trying to get these mats up. And like I said, if I can't get them up with this scraper, we're just going to go ahead and use the heat gun, and we're going to heat these pads up and pull them up that way. So let's give it a try. Yeah, they're not coming up real easy, guys. So let's get the heat gun, and we'll just heat them up that way, and we'll peel them up. All right, guys, we got our heat gun here. So guys, we just removed the matting and we applied the zip tape, and we're just getting ready to wipe the whole boat down with the alcohol, and once we do that, we'll be ready to apply the matting. So guys, now that we got the kayak clean, we're going to go ahead and lay out all the matting, and we're just going to line everything up and make sure we got all the pieces and everything is in the right place before we get ready to stick the matting down. Alright guys, we got all the pieces in place. We're going to go ahead and stick the matting down to the decking, and I have a 2.5-inch roller that I'm going to go ahead and roll the edges to try to get the edges nice and tight down to the decking. So let's get started. Well, we're just going to go ahead and score the tape real lightly with a razor blade right in the middle so we can get the tape started, and you don't want to go too deep. This will just be so you can take off half the tape when you're sticking it down. That makes it easier to work with. Alright guys, so here is the finished product. And the color that I got is titanium and black. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough around the kayak. You guys can check it out. And this is the custom logo that I got done. I do like that. I think it came out really cool. And this is a brush texture on the matting. And there's the Marine Mat logo. I think I like it. I think it matches the lettering on the boat. You know, I was torn between black and gray. Black is the main color, but I really didn't want the heat of the black. You know, it doesn't really get that hot in the sunlight, but I just wasn't digging the black. But I think I like it. I think once I have all the accessories back in here, it's going to look really good. But let me know what you guys think. Drop me a comment in the comment section. Let me know if you like it or not. And I appreciate you guys tuning in.